Betty Soto, who's a friend of Floresville's, will be receiving the project. She'll send it up to the Temple office. It will be received by people who know Floresville and Temple. It will be evaluated financially. There's going to be some back and forth. I don't want to make this sound like this is going to be a piece of cake, but there'll be some back and forth on whether or not you size right, whether or not you can pay for it right, what the phasing ought to be. But it's going to be the key piece of infrastructure that will set you going on what you talked about doing when you adopted your land use plan and your letter of intent earlier this evening. So what you're going to be giving authority for tonight is for Mr. Heimer to prepare this plan and bring it back to you for your approval. It also provides approval for the bond council indirectly. That will come back to you, but that's the part of it. And it also provides some approval for my participation in the project. If there's any surveying and land work, it will provide approval for that. So those are the major components of the project. Mr. Guerrero asked the question about roads. I believe you were the question. And there will be, I'm going to tell you this, regardless of whether we like it or not, there will be some roads which ultimately will have new sewer lines put in them. And those roads will be torn up and they'll have to be replaced, and the cost of putting new pavement down will be part of the cost of the sewer project. It's inevitable, you never get it right where the water or the sewer and the roads get done in the right sequence. But that will be part of the project cost. So that's what it's all about. This is probably the most significant project you'll undertake for the next 2, 3, 4 years other than your road work.
The total dollar fee on the last page for the billing schedule, which shows for the end of each month, up to 75% base lump sum fee based on completion. The invoice on is that 75% of the dollar amount you have down here on the bottom?
Yes, sir. There will be other paperwork we'll be bringing to you that will make this part of the application part of the money that you can get reimbursed for, or that they will say that they will pay up front when we go to closing at that time. But it's almost like you have to approve that you're going to spend this money and then come back and say, we approve that we're going to spend this money, but we want to not front the money, we want it to be part of the application process. So there's another letter that we have to come back and forth to do that. The attorney mentioned Mrs. Soto. I met her. She's a very nice lady, but she's very particular and very methodical as we go forward in this application. So this is the first step. Then we'll take other baby steps going forward. She sent me an email with 17 attachments. And so in order that we have to do. So this is step 1 going forward. There's other paperwork you will see. You will see USDA grant application on it a lot going forward. There's even what we have to do to say how much we can pay our attorney. So that's part of the fee, but we have to pass this so we can come back for the other part.
Our attorney's fees.
They wouldn't even allow me to do that. But they did cap it though. There's only so much you can make up with it. They cap it, they say you can't even put X. She was very adamant about that. Actually, she already filled out the form for us. Now he has to do his sign it.
And the only other question I have is who's going to have to sign this?
Actually, Mayor, according to that they want you to sign.
Now you got duties. Now you got duties.
Who needs that? Okay. With that, do y'all have any questions? If not, can I get a motion?
I make a motion to issue an authorization to proceed preparing partners to prepare a USDA grant, preliminary engineering report, and taking any other actions necessary to process the application for USDA review.
We have a motion by Councilman Nathan. May I have a second? Second by Councilman Williams. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. unanimous, 3-0. Before I adjourn this meeting, I would like to take a moment to wish Councilman Morales a happy early birthday tomorrow. He's finally made it to 26.
I had a party, I had to go in San Antonio at 8 o'clock, so I gotta run away. I gotta hit midnight by now.
And I adjourn this meeting at 8:50.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.